What's up, everyone? Shane and
Ryan.
here from R&S TCG. Um, so Ryan, today we're gonna talk about doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. Magic's going down the fucking tube. It's gonna,
It
it's
totally
gonna,
is.
it's
It
gonna,
is.
it's gonna disappear any fucking day now. You know what? If you want to get into, if you play Magic, jump ship now. Get into MetaZoo and Flesh and Blood, and and we'll
Lorcana.
want one of these
You
new
know,
games.
you could afford it.
Yeah, or yeah, Lorcana if you can afford it. Um,
Yeah. If you can find it and you can
yeah.
afford it.
No, but in all seriousness, here we're obviously here to make fun of the naysayers, the doom and gloomers, mainly the ones. Yeah, we'll mention his name, Rudy. Rudy put out a video today. Um, the main focus of his video was he was talking about the website Troll and Toad and how they are no longer buy listing Magic singles, or it looks like I looked it up. They're not doing Magic sealed product either for buy lists. Um, so of course, his band of merry men uh, all took it upon themselves to, doom and gloom, and I'm here to say yeah, Hasbro makes their mistakes, and Hasbro does do some shit that I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? But Magic's not going anywhere.
Now, the thing is again, this is these people that are pissed off that Magic is reprinting cards that have been been scarce, and it boils down to uh, you've said it, and
It,
I'll
it's
say it.
it's it's a gatekeeping issue, is what it boils
It's
down to.
it's people are mad that their cards that they've bought are losing value.
And
And I
and and I understand that. I mean, it sucks. There's cards you and I have both bought where we've bought cards and they've gone down in value. Nobody wants to see that, but
it's
it's not a for sure thing. It's realistically a gamble. You know,
yeah. Here's the thing. You have to separate the investment of a trading card game, the trading card aspect of Magic the Gathering versus the game part of Magic.
yep.
You have to understand that Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, they're doing a lot of stupid shit lately, a lot of stupid shit. But as a company, their job is to make money, and their job is to increase the number of people that play, their games, Magic the Gathering. They need to expand their customer base
Right. And the
and
easiest way to do that is to
reprint cards that are hard to get.
right.
Like you want new players to have access to some of the more powerful cards that, people have not seen in, 10, 15, 20
Well,
years.
and it's not even just that. It could be even cards that were it came out 2 years ago, and now they're re-releasing them again. And but you're right. The reason being mainly is, well, it's twofold. One is what you're saying. They are trying to get these cards back out there so new people to the game aren't put off or held back from enjoying the game because they have to go find $100 card. They'll reprint it, and hey, might cost you 40 this time around if you buy the single. But the second reason they're doing it is also because Wizards and Hasbro make no money off that secondary market.
Yeah,
So
they don't make any money off secondary markets. And until they decide to jump into a secondary market,
they won't.
in which they won't, because if they do, then it's going to go the opposite direction. They're going to start jacking the price of secondary cards way up, and it'll be impossible for anybody to get. So, again, I feel like people need to understand that it's a game. It's a game first and foremost by a business that is there to make money. Stop being pissed off that your cards are not worth money, and just enjoy the fact that there are more and more and more people getting into the game and have access to the same kinds of cards that you do. It makes a much more enjoyable experience. It sucks balls when you go against players, you play around a group of people, and you've got, a standard deck. If you're just playing Commander, when we played Commander with that one jack off,
Yeah.
we were all we were playing decks that if you were to take the value out of them, they were like a couple hundred
Couple hundred
dollars.
bucks, and his was
This his
5,000
was like
plus.
$5,000 in card. His
It
cards were
wasn't
worth.
fun.
It was fucking stupid. Nobody had fun. We
No.
kicked him out. We told him don't come back. That
Well,
shit is
that was the
cool.
only reason he got kicked out. He was kind of an idiot, but anyways.
Yeah, he was kind of a douchebag.
But yeah, and here's the deal. I understand people that are using these as kind of an investment vehicle. One, it shouldn't be your main investment vehicle.
Let
I'm
me
just gonna say
introduce you
that.
to this thing. It's called the stock market.
Yeah, let me just say number one, this shouldn't be a main investment vehicle for you. If it's something you want to play around with and try to flip, make some money, by all means, go for it. I mean, we're in the
We do.
we're in the trading card business. We do it too.
We do too.
So
yeah.
we're also getting hurt by these things, but that's part of the game, man. That's part of how any of this type of stuff works. And realistically, if you want more of a, I'm not gonna say a for sure thing. There's never a for sure thing when it comes to investing or anything like that. But if you are one of those people out there that's like, oh, they keep reprinting this and this and this, it's driving down the value of all my cards that I own. Well, why don't you try, buying reserve list cards? They're not going to reprint those, and I already know I can hear the echoing screams. Whoa, they can reprint it. They're not going to. Maybe they did with the 30th anniversary, but it wasn't official cards. They're not. It's not the same. Those don't have the value that the originals do.
I'm not tournament legal.
No, and it didn't drastically hurt the value of the reserve list cards. So, anyways, there's one way you can get into cards that should hold and retain and gain value. Also, you have banned cards. You have cards that are banned that will never be reprinted again. That's another segment of cards you could potentially get into, where you skip the whole them reprinting and destroying the value of your card.
Go buy the classic card stock that people have always invested in, sports cards. Like if you really want to buy fucking cards, go buy sports cards, man.
No, don't waste your money.
I wouldn't, but
Don't waste your money.
Or you could get a hold of Lorcana and flip those for.
But I mean, the main thing here, I think, is you have all these doom and gloom guys, as we've talked about in videos in the past. Doom and gloom naysayers, and it seems to be this echo chamber of the internet. It's YouTube comments, it's Reddit, it's this small subsection of the actual Magic community that cries the loudest. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, you know what I mean? They cry the loudest, and you go out and people are still playing and having fun with the game. It's not your average everyday Magic player isn't saying doom and gloom that Magic's going down the tube. That's just not the case.
No,
That's a
the
fallacy.
average player is going, oh look, Lord of the Rings is coming out again.
Right.
Sweet, I missed that the first time around.
Yeah, or they're
or
saying
Doctor Who or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever, or you got Jurassic Park cards coming out in Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I'm looking forward to those.
That's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that one too.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm looking forward to that. And what's the one that's coming out though? The Clue one.
You're looking forward to the Clue one?
Not really. I'm looking forward to the Ixalan one.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Ixalan. Actually, I was looking today at Secret Lairs because they have
You want the Hello Kitty ones?
They have Evil Dead, so like Ash, They have Evil Dead ones, which those look pretty cool, and then they have the Creep Show ones, and I love
that was pretty cool.
The Creep Show movies and the TV series that came out. Or not internet series, I guess not TV. It wasn't on TV. Streaming show. Those look pretty cool too. I'm thinking about getting those. So I mean, that's another way. If you're looking at picking up these cards that you're worried about being reprinted and ruining the value, look at the Secret Lairs then. Go for those because those are generally probably reprints already, but they're in a very special treatment, and that treatment will never be, that artwork and treatment will never be reprinted again that way once it's been on the Secret Lair. So that's another thing you could do if you're worried about losing value of certain cards, invest in those. You know, there's no guarantee those will go up either, but you might have a better shot.
Yeah. I just think that there's, these people that are like, oh, Hasbro and, Wizards of the Coast, they're dropping the ball and Wizards is failing and Magic the Gathering. Magic is not, you have to understand, Magic is the number one, like it's probably
It's
the
the
number one.
original. It's the original, man.
Yeah. It's not going anywhere. Even if Wizards of the Coast goes bankrupt, even if Hasbro goes bankrupt, somebody's gonna pick up, somebody's gonna buy that IP
Oh yeah.
and continue with those cards.
Yep.
The game is not going anywhere.
No.
People bitching about oh, they're printing too fast and oh, there's too many sets coming out. And you know what? I'm gonna let you say it, but here's the deal with that. If you are not forced to buy cards. If you don't like a set, don't buy it. If
Bingo.
you want Wizards to change, if you want Wizards to change their how they do business, you've got only one way to let them know, and it's not bitching about shit on YouTube,
Because they're not going to
Facebook,
read that or
Reddit.
see any of that shit on the internet.
They only care about one thing and one thing only. What is that, Shane?
Vote with your fucking wallet. If you don't, if something's coming out and you don't like it, or you're saying, hey, they got too much shit coming out and blah blah blah, well, don't buy it then. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's just as simple as that. You don't need to buy everything that comes out that they print off their printers. You don't need to.
Yeah, I skipped the whole Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean,
I have
here's
no
the deal.
interest at all.
I have nothing against. Let me caveat that I have nothing against somebody that wants to collect it all. If you want to collect it all, hey man, more power to you. Go for it. But if in turn you're also bitching about them having too much shit, but then you're still going and buying all their shit, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. That sounds like a you problem. You know?
Yeah, don't be mad that they print shit and you're like forced. You are not forced to
No.
buy everything. Oh, they're printing too much. I can't afford it. They need to stop.
You
Well, I think
you
you
don't
have a
have to buy
problem.
it.
You could try, just lay off the drugs, man. Lay off the cardboard drugs. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, and then here's another thing. Going back to Rudy here, because that was kind of where this whole video is stemming from, is Rudy's video. Um, Rudy's sitting there and he's kind of giving the doom and gloom too, and obviously the doom and gloom in the comments. Uh, and then at the same time, he kicks around and he goes, "Oh, well, we just had on Patreon, we just had Flesh and Blood, and we had the Diamond Hands card, which is a card they specially made like with Rudy. It doesn't have his face; it has like a golden gauntlet with gems in it, but then like the shirt says Alpha Investments on it, so it's clearly like a promo card made for Rudy. And so that's what he was schlocking most recently on his Patreon. But he goes into saying, "Oh, you could, Magic's going down the tubes, it's not holding value." He goes, "Look at Flesh and Blood." He goes, "Even if you don't know the game," he goes, "I don't know how to play the game. Even if you don't know the game, just look at the artwork. It's beautiful. It's beautiful." And then he goes on to talk about other games, and these are all other games that he schlocks through his Patreon and through his other venues, and it's clear that he sees the doom and gloom and the naysayers chirping on the internet. He's chiming into that and then just trying to direct you to buy other products from him. You guys are used car salesman. Like,
You're
come
right.
on.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
Anyway,
he doesn't believe. I guarantee you, he does not believe that Magic
anything.
is going down the tube. He does not believe that. He says what he says to make a buck.
Because here's the deal. If you we did this before. The last time he made a super negative video and we were like calling him out on his shit, and then 6 months later he's like retract everything he
He
said.
said everything that we said, pretty much.
He said exactly everything that we said. If you
Hmm.
don't believe us, just go back and watch the videos.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. In next year he's gonna come to a cycle where he's gonna go, oh, Magic is doing great, and we got these cards and blah blah blah.
Yep.
Magic has been doing this fucking thing for
Yeah.
30 years, for crying out loud. Every so often, everyone's like, "Oh, the bottom is falling out, the end is near, the Magic is," and then 6 months later, it's on a high, and people are loving it. And the next thing you know, they're bitching about it again. It's just, this has been going on since friggin' forever.
Well, I mean, it's just it's kind of a it's almost kind of a human nature thing. It's just a there's always throughout human history there have always been people claiming, "Oh, the sky is falling," essentially that the end is near. How it's I don't know. It's just some people just have that natural tendency to be super negative. That this is it, we're done. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, this is the worst. It happens. It happened in Warhammer. Oh, this is the worst ever. The Games Workshop's going, and then next thing you know, Games Workshop's on an all-time high. People are playing Warhammer like never before. And then, oh, well, it's Dungeons and Dragons, right? Well, Dungeons and Dragons is a weird one because that one has been slowly just going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And I think now we're going to start maybe seeing it drop a little bit because, let's be honest, Hasbro's and Wizard of the Coast kind of fumbled that one pretty hardcore.
Yeah, and again, I want to reiterate that Ryan and I here both feel the same way as far as Wizards and Hasbro is concerned. We're not corporate shills as we've been claimed to be in the
Yeah, I
past.
think I think they're both fucking idiots right
Yeah,
now.
they're not necessarily choosing the best path and the best ways to do things, but they obviously I can't see their books. I don't know their
Yeah, I'm not a
sales. I
shareholder,
don't
so I don't have any. I'm not part of their fucking board.
No,
So
but I don't see what I'm saying is I don't see their sales numbers. I don't know. Obviously, if they weren't making money doing what they were doing, they would do something different. So obviously, whatever they're doing now is making them money, and that's why they continue to do it.
yeah, or in some cases they're trying to make more money, trying new things.
True.
I think they may have sort of jumped on the boat a little bit too late with this microtransaction bullcrap, but
Oh, for a D&D.
for D&D specifically,
Yeah.
and technically Magic has always had microtransaction because you could just buy
Because you got to
packs
buy
and
more packs.
just buy
It's
packs,
the
right? Like
original microtransaction.
the original microtransaction. But with D&D, they're doing something stupid. I don't even want to get into it. That's a whole
Whole
go
nother
watch
topic.
go watch one D&D and their VTT series. It's a dumpster fire, and rightfully so. Um, but we'll see what happens at
Well,
the end.
and that's another example there. It if you're like what you're saying here, if it's a dumpster fire, people again that are into D&D will vote with their wallets. Hasbro will see, oh shit, this isn't working. Well, fuck, we're not gonna do that anymore. We're gonna go change directions and do this. That's any halfway good business is gonna do that. They have to
Yeah,
cater. They have to cater to their clientele.
yeah. So
You
what
know.
what caused? So everyone thinks that bitching and moaning is what caused them to change course with specifically Dungeons and Dragons, the original
OGL.
licensing, the OGL. What actually caused them to change their tune was everybody in one fell swoop unsubscribed from their D&D Beyond subscription. And that was what caused them. They even at one point when that whole thing was happening, people were dumping D&D Beyond. They actually made it so that you couldn't cancel your subscription, and they said it was an error. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah, no, they were bleeding money like nobody's business,
And
and
that's
they changed their tune instantly.
yeah. It boils down to they don't. They're not. Here's the deal. The big wigs in the company, pretty much nobody in the company is scrolling through random YouTube videos and reading comments or scrolling through Reddit and reading people's comments that are bitching on the internet because we all know people bitch on the internet. That's what happens. But like you're saying, this is a good example of people voting with their wallets and it made an almost immediate change. So that's all we're saying with Magic. If you don't like what you're seeing with certain things, vote with your wallet. Don't buy those products, and maybe there will be changes if enough people do it.
Yep.
Or you know what? Maybe there's a lot of people out there that you personally don't know and haven't met that really like how many products that are coming out, and they like the product cycle. Maybe that's the case, and maybe they're voting with their wallets to keep it going. You know,
Yes.
it's not all about you. It's not all about me. And if you don't, like we said before, you don't have to buy every
Just like
fucking
politics,
single
man.
thing.
Just because just because your candidate lost, doesn't mean eh, eh, everyone else is wrong.
Right.
Anyways, I think that's pretty much all I got to say about it.
Yeah, we're just kind of beating a dead horse at this point, I think. So, yeah.
Anyways, go check out our eBay page.
Yeah, check us out on eBay. ebay.com/USR/R&S
One word.
It'll be in the description of the video too. Yeah, check us out on Facebook. There'll be a link in the description. And yeah, we've been slowly expanding the business here. We're hoping to start expanding it a lot more. We've been kind of lacking on the videos as of recently. My regular day job, I've been working a shit ton of hours. So now that summer's over, things are slowing down. So we should be pumping out at least a video a week. I would like to, of some sort of content. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. And until next time.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know if you think we're idiots, because we
Yeah,
know that Shane is.
comment. Yeah, hey, if you want to call me a corporate shill again, go ahead. If you think I'm talking shit about Rudy and you don't like it because you're, well, I won't say what I call them, what I call his followers. But
We're the Timmies.
yeah, we're the Timmies apparently. Yeah, there you go. If you want to call us Timmy, go ahead in the comments below. But yeah, and we will respond. We check the comments. We respond to just about every comment that comes across our channel because there aren't a whole lot yet.
There aren't a whole lot.
You can change that. All right. Well, yeah, I think that's it for this time. And until next time, take it easy.
Peace.